We're delighted to welcome another of this year's University of Staffordshire Business Awards finalists into the studio today. So I'm going to hand over to him so that he can introduce himself.
Cool. I'm Wes. I'm CEO and founder of IronMarket Wealth and the wider Net Worth Network.
Well, brilliant to have you with us here today, Wes. And of course, you were one of last year's winners, weren't you?
I was indeed. Yeah, very lucky.
So you're our reigning champion,
absolutely.
Alumni Business Person of the Year.
Yeah.
So we're super proud of the fact that you are University of Staffordshire alumnus, that you studied there at the university. You've stuck around, haven't you? In the city, in the county.
Yeah, you've heard me mention that a few times.
And set up a business here. So you're working here, but also you're creating jobs and all sorts of things here in the local area, aren't you?
Really important to me. Yeah, and I'd say last year was a really genuinely proud moment because going to staying local to get my university education and then building a business locally and creating a platform for others to build businesses locally is I'm really proud of. Actually, it's really important and I'm super proud of it.
So there'll be people listening or watching this who don't know about your business, so shall we start by saying a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, I'll try and nutshell it. Yeah, so it's not too dull. But so in its truest form, in terms of starting out, IronMarket is a wealth management business, but with a different tilt, certainly in what we do in our area, and the fact that we are a financial planning firm, but we're also an asset manager. So we do what the big boys in the cities do as well, but from a very local base. And also within that, we've created a platform to add additional services within it. So, for example, we have a commercial insurance business, which is known as IronMarket Risk. We have a talent management business, and we also have Fint, which is an investing and education app. To try and get a younger and newer generation access to the stuff we do for the wealthy people that we manage.
And you're constantly innovating, aren't you? You're coming up with new sort of strands to the business or new ways to approach finance.
Very much so. It's an interesting one because this word entrepreneur doesn't sit too comfortably with me because I always think that's somebody that's kind of Elon Musk or has built something, sold it or whatever. But actually, the way I've become comfortable with kind of the word and the phrase, I'm very grateful for you put me forward, obviously, is actually it is about building. It's about innovating and building. You don't have to necessarily build something to exit for millions to be entrepreneurial about something. And for me, the enjoyment is actually in building something and building it with a purpose, with a mission. And that's very much kind of everything that we do is with purpose, and there's a mission behind it. And most of the time that is to either enhance the service and the delivery and the value to our existing members, our clients, or it's to empower or mobilise a new kind of generation or a new group of people.
I'm talking about mobilising a new group of people. That's the idea behind Fint, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Your fintech app.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that works and why you set that up?
Yeah, so that comes really from a period of time in around COVID or post-COVID where there was a lot of obviously money pumped into the system to support a period of time where nobody knew what was going to happen next. From my world, what I saw was an amazing amount of energy from a younger generation wanting to do something. So starting to invest and starting to put money to work in various areas. But the challenging part of that was where it was being done. It was largely led by TikTok and Reddit boards.
Yes.
And sadly, the people on there aren't always doing things for the right reasons, and most of the time weren't doing things for the right reasons. And so what that led to is quite a few bad outcomes that I could see in terms of people. There's something called meme stocks, so following. Trying to buy or pump up stocks in companies that just weren't very good, and it was only going to end one way. And also the darker areas of crypto, and even led to suicides that you can see over in the States, where you've got people just encouraging them to do it, almost kind of mini Ponzi's. So that was kind of what I saw happening, was an amazing amount of energy from a generation that's often accused of being debt laden and lazy or whatever, wanting to do something really positive with what they had, but being misdirected. So at that point, given what we do for a living, how we support people and help people on the right path, I just wish I could have sat down in front of all of them, which obviously I can't. So my thought process was, well, go to them, and that's where the idea of building an app that is both an investing app that gives them an inkling of some of these interesting areas that they're interested in. So, for example, climate climate aware, climate tilt, esports and gaming and disruptive technologies, but fundamentally bringing all the experience that we have in managing wealth for the rest of it. So keeping it safe and secure and managed properly, and also an education element to that too, so we can inform people of why they're doing this thing, what they're doing, and why it's for the long term. So that's kind of where the idea came from and what we're trying to do with it, which is to educate and empower a younger generation.
So potentially younger people can invest at potentially a lower starting rate?
Yeah. Taking all the 20 odd years of doing what I've done, and actually the habits of the wealthy people that I look after, the habits and the way they've got wealthy is actually quite simple. They've had really good habits very early on,
yes,
and had patience and kept with it. So trying to get that message across to younger generation is exactly what we're trying to achieve. Yeah.
And you've got some really cool partners in that project. Do you mind me mentioning them?
No, of course not. No, that's fine. Yeah. So AJ and Curtis Pritchard. Celebrities for different reasons.
Yes. So I'll just mention in case people from Strictly Come Dancing and various reality reality shows. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So and again, fantastic people, very talented, obviously in their own right, and I think that's whilst they are celebrities, maybe different reasons these days, but world champions in their craft to get to that point, starting point. And again, the message really resonated with them when I gave them when I asked them if they wanted to get involved with the app. And the thought process is there is they've been clients of mine and members of mine for a period of time. They've benefited from what we do, and really benefit and understand what difference it can make to people of that kind of demographic in that age group. So when I proposed that they might get involved, and really with the initial idea of trying to reach that demographic through their social media reach and various other areas, but actually once I started talking, there are such good ideas on user journey, how we might reach in different areas, other collaborations we might do, that actually became a bigger part of that. So yeah, we worked together really closely on it.
And we were talking actually off air a bit before we began the interview about how important it is that you're doing this locally. There are other businesses doing similar things to you, but they're not based right here in Stoke-on-Trent and Staffordshire, are they?
Absolutely. Our sector is so London centric, and the great financial, in fact ironically I've even got something in my office that's got the great financial centres of the world, and I had it from when I started out on my own. It's got kind of it's got New York, it's got London, and then I've put Newcastle under Lyme on it as well, or Staffordshire as the case may be, but yeah, I'm kind of pretty vehement in that. There's absolutely no reason why we can't build something as good, if not better, than you get in London, Birmingham, Manchester, right here. There's literally no reason. We as a firm, we have the expertise, we have the experience. We're delivering what is delivered elsewhere. And actually, AJ and Curtis are really, although they might live in London for work, the first thing they say to anybody when they talk about us was why we work together. Well, we're from Stoke. We're born in Stoke.
Yeah.
So it's really, they're really passionate about the same point. So yeah, really important to us.
Brilliant. Where next for you? I mean, you're constantly innovating. Do you have any future projects you can tell us about?
I think we're looking to, again, with AJ and Curtis and other partners, looking to expand into helping more young people, as well as obviously our core business, continuing to assist business owners, brain-on business owners in what we do for them, but also carrying on creating that platform to enable others to start a business or do what it is they really are passionate about. And interestingly, we were lucky enough to spend a bit of time with Simon Squibb at the weekend, who's got his Help Bank and the Dream Machine, and amazing how aligned our visions are. And actually I did say to him that it's brilliant what you're doing in terms of encouraging people to start their own business and get started. You can do it, and you have got a dream. And I said that, and I explained what we do up here, and I said there's so many people doing it. And that's the amazing thing. So I think more of that. And we hope to grow we've got a couple of other collaborations with huge, really important apps that are social media for good. So trying to challenge the traditional social media outlets and platforms that are out there right now.
Yes.
Looking to collaborate with them as well, because again, if we can empower people in more for themselves financially, the better.
And of course, we should mention it's the Entrepreneur of the Year category that you're a finalist in this year. So,
Again, haven't ordinarily been comfortable with the word, but I've got comfortable with it on the basis that it is about building. It's about building, innovating, creating. Not everything has to be built and finished. Ideally, the ultimate thing would be to build what we're building and for it to be there long after I'm not here anymore. I think that's the ultimate dream. So that's true entrepreneurship.
And you're not just an entrepreneur yourself, you're working with so many entrepreneurs within this region, aren't you? Lots of people who use your services, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. We're super well connected with people that we kind of, and again, that's the most amazing thing about this area. We were just saying that again off air, weren't we, about the just sheer number of amazing businesses that have been created from nothing here, and then provide amazing services locally, but also nationally and even internationally. So to be around in Staffordshire right now, I think is arguably the most thriving and best time since the pottery industry, I would say.
There's a really lazy narrative, isn't there, sometimes, that perhaps Stoke-on-Trent or the region isn't doing as well, businesses. Actually, there are many businesses doing incredibly well, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I've heard the phrase, and I do like trying to change this thought process of when you're on holiday, you're somewhere between Birmingham and Manchester, and being more about, no, we're from Staffordshire, it's about in the middle of the country. And actually, I think what we're probably guilty of, what we should always do is celebrate our history, but I think we're probably guilty of doubling down on it a little bit too much sometimes, and thinking less about what we're building for the future. And actually, that's where you get really into the nub of where the super businesses locally, and we're fortunate to look after a lot of them, in terms of managing, because they do so well. We get to look after them. Again, that's obviously shows the results in itself, but it's more, I think if we can focus more on what we're building for the future, then actually the message, I think, will probably land a little bit more.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you so much. Brilliant to have you involved with the Business Awards, and really
thank you.
For your time today.
Very
thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.